Today is the day I become a DIYer. I have a problem. Well, many problems. The dishes are overflowing in the dish rack. The trash has somehow made a home at the corner of the kitchen. There's just random stuff laying around on the card table. And as an ex-architectural designer, the misalignments on the cabinetry is making me very, very sad, but mostly annoyed. It is crucial that this kitchen gets a makeover. So I had ChatGPT do some quick research for me. I gave it the size of the kitchen, what I want done to it, and it gave me a rough estimate. Whoa, blackout. We got a blackout. We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. If you guys got the joke, put it in the description. We'd love to feel relatable to others. ChatGPT gave me a rough estimate of $18,000 to $25,000. I don't have this kind of money, so I guess I'm just going to do it myself. I looked at what it would cost to buy a table saw, and it looks like it ranges from $100 to $1,000. I was kind of conflicted about this, to be honest, because the workspace I have is kind of small, and I didn't want the table saw to take up more room than it needed to. So I kept browsing and found this, which I didn't know was called panel saw until now, because I've seen many of these at Home Depot. It looked a little too complicated, so I kept browsing for something simpler and found this. My first project to my DIY journey will be a vertical table saw, aka panel saw. Yeah, so I guess we'll just get into that. All right, okay, these are the 4 pieces that I'm going to use to build the lateral pieces of the frame. I think the best approach to go about this is to clamp these 2 pieces together and actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone by creating these notches once only. So let's do that. I'm gonna find some clamps. 50% of the time it's trying to find shit. It's not me making shit. Could these be it? Yes. Okay, I found 1 clamp, 2 clamps. Okay, so I gotta clamp this end. Okay, we need to clamp it to the pallets. Look how intuitive this is. So I'm gonna put 1, I guess, here. Then you can pump it by just doing that. Hopefully this doesn't land on where I need to make the cuts, but if they do, I'll just readjust them. Let's get on with, I guess, measuring. So I think I'm gonna do 19 inches apart. But really, I do need to find the triangle. If my memory is correct, this is my first time ever using a circular saw. It took me a while to figure out a setup to cut the notches, only to have the battery run out. So I decided to go for a run. As you can see here, I was trying a bunch of different depths with the circular saw, so it looked like someone chewed on this notch, but I'm just glad I got it done. I found this scrap piece of wood that was the perfect size for the notches, and I used it to test fit the notches I make. Let's just say it was going well with the second notch, but the other notches later, not so much. And I think that's just a me situation. I'm really hoping that practice makes perfect, and I just need more practice. We just finished cutting the lateral pieces. I guess it's time to get going with the longitudinal pieces that would be notching into the lateral pieces. Okay. Where's the measuring tape? Once again. 15 inches. In my head, a piece here, Let's start one at a time. It's a little tight here. I feel like it's nothing but a hammer wouldn't fit, right? Let's see the hammer. Do we have a hammer? Oh, here it is. Nothing but a hammer would not fix. I guess we can't expect perfection, huh? Especially when it's your first project. I think we can still work with this, you know? Definitely still work with this. The last thing I did that day was drill in the screws at every intersection to secure it. I guess that ends day 2. I'll see you in day 3. I have to figure out how to put the frame around this grid. And I think the best way to go about this is to make the 3 sides of the frame first and then basically fit it in and then nail in the final side afterwards. All right, let's try to lift this up against the wall to work on the frame pieces. So now I'm going to just move this thing down a little bit more so that I have room to work around the frame. Let's put on some gloves, shall we? Just the reason why I'm working with these pallets is because the garage floor is so uneven. So even though I'm not getting a super straight surface with these pallets, it's way better than the garage floor. So these are the long end pieces. This is the short end piece. I think what I'm going to do is cut some reinforcements on the corner. Piece of lumber going 9 degrees from here to the other piece to make sure that it's a 90-degree corner. So I found 4 pieces for the 4 corners. With this. Yeah, I need to sit down. Oh. Whew. Okay. After hours and hours of fiddling around, I've managed to create this clamping contraption here that will allow me to screw into the 45-degree brace. Hey, Charlie! I can't tighten these screws. Careful. Okay. Nice.
It's hard, I know.
Oh my god. Maybe I need to unscrew those. So it needs to go in more. Oh god. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, I fucking hate this.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my god. I'm gonna use all these scraps to level up lumber here. Make it easier to clamp. Right on. Here we go. Oh, I swear it looks like it was square enough. This goes slowly. Okay, that didn't work so well. Ah, I need to clamp it. That's what happens when you don't have enough force pushing in the opposite direction. Clamp this up just a little bit. Maybe I try to level this corner the best I can. Now, hopefully this frame just fits in perfectly. Okay, so the idea right now is to secure this end, the lattice structure, to the frame on this end first, and then slowly make our way to secure these ends. And at the ends, I'm going to have to cut the inner lateral pieces by a little bit to secure the last end piece for the frame. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of a massaging. Is it just me, or is it tape just never really does this job? Nice. And I'm going to use the clamps, clamp the sides down. These clamps are supposed to let you combine them together to create a longer clamp. I should figure out how to do that. All right, so I figured a way to extend the clamps. These are super useful. I've been using them throughout the whole project, and it's great. Okay, and then I can just measure to make sure that this is 9 degrees. And it looks like it needs to be pushed in more. Perfect. Push this in more. Just a little push. Much force. There we go. Next, maybe I go like this on a diagonal first. Ooh, maybe just one stroke going like this. This is all very new to me, you guys. While you watch me manually solve the ends, I just want to share so far in my journey the few things I've learned. 1, clamps are your friend, especially when you're working on projects by yourself. 2, you don't need to be 100% correct with your measurements, just close enough. And 3, plans can always change, so lean into that. And now all that's left is to clamp these down and then screw them in. Gotta find the triangle. Where did the triangle go? Measure this. So let me screw this one in first, but first I need to find the nails. Happens when you don't measure. All right, and now all we have left is to put in the braces. So here is the frame in all its flaws and glory. I think I need to do is that what they call it, a B-roll for this? Just a few days ago, this was something I imagined building physically, and now it's here. Although there are a lot of flaws, it's still a very much usable cutting panel. I'm just happy that, I did it. I thought about it, envisioned it, did it, and now it's here. The next step is to build the support for this frame so that it can be hung vertically on the wall. So now that we've built the frame, I realized that I'm going to have to reorganize this garage just to make building things easier and less messy, because I feel like the state of what I have right now, the more I start building and spending my time in here, the more I'm going to get frustrated and the more disorganized things are going to get. My plan is to take this shelving right here and put it to that side of the wall. Take out all of the stuff on this side of the wall. Don't know where they're going to go, but some of them are going to go on this wall here. And all these scraps are going to be set to this side so that we can later grab things easily. That's the overall gist. I'll just get to doing that. So now the goal is to take all of these plywood and other building sheet materials and organize them and put them on this side of the wall. We give myself like hopefully a challenge to just clear up the space as quick as possible. This takes me back to the days, one of my few childhood memories in Vietnam when I had to sweep the floor of our mud house in the village. So this is all of the tools that my boyfriend and I have gathered throughout the past couple of years that we had this house for. Most of these tools were given to us secondhand by family. Some of the tools were bought as of recently because we had two DIY projects. One was my office space and the second was the bathroom, both of which involved a lot of work, sweat and tears, but we managed to make it through, and let's just say that they have improved our lives by a lot. The goal with this is to basically lay out everything and kind of figure out what tools we actually have, and then lay out the tools that we're going to be using often for the kitchen and stuff that I'm going to be doing in the garage to use and be more accessible. And then the ones that aren't going to be used as often, we're going to put them in the storage boxes behind me. Time to tidy up, I guess. I only have a few of these hooks here, and I'm going to try to use them all and then potentially have to buy more to hang some of these tools. Now this is the final layout organization of the garage, and as you can see, we have a lot less stuff on the floor. So I thought I would be able to go back to working on the panel after a whole day of cleaning and organizing, but once again I hit another detour. Well, it seems like we're going to need to tape and plaster these drywall seams first before we can move on to the supports for the panel cutting guide. Today is the third day of me plastering this drywall. And you can see here, it's looking good, but I think I'm going to have to put another layer on for these parts here where you can still see the tape bubbling up. At this point, I kind of gave up tracking the days that it took me to apply the plaster, wait for it to dry, and then sand it. I really hate this part of DIYing. You guys are hearing music. It's because there's some music going on in my neighborhood. Let's just go with the flow, I guess. Oh no, I forgot about this part. Okay, we're gonna recut this because I found that the leftover piece is perfect for the recut. It'll be one of those cuts that's gonna be very, very tedious because it's such a thick piece of drywall. It is a fire-rated drywall. Cut the notch out. And ta-da! There we go. Hope this fits. And ta-da! Perfect. Oh, and it's snugged in this. I can like nail it without having to use my hands to keep it still. Perfect. Perfect. So while we wait for the plaster to dry, I'm going to use this time to work on the 3 supports that will be used to hang the vertical frame onto the wall. So I'm thinking 3 vertical support being nailed to the wall, and then taking the frame and then nailing that to the vertical supports. So that's how that's going to work. And I'm going to have it inclined somewhere like a 5-degree angle. First, I'm going to use these 2x4s to cut out the 3 pieces of lumber for the vertical support. But first, we're gonna have to clamp these. Charlie! It won't cut through this piece of wood. Why did it automatically flip?
Because it's so low. Blade so low.
Oh.
So it just stayed underneath.
So before we can actually nail the supports, we have to first nail this 2x4 horizontally onto the stud behind the drywall. And the reason why we're doing this is because where the frame ends and start is not going to be exactly where the studs are behind the drywall. So we need to then transfer that weight by nailing the horizontal stud here first onto the studs behind the drywall, and then we'll be able to have more range and freedom to screw the frame anywhere in between the 2 studs behind the drywall. Char! Can you hold the other side? The goal now is to nail the side piece here to this frame. I'm super excited for this part. You know I'm working. All right, I'm bringing out the big boy, or should I call it the long boy? I like this so much better. I feel like I'm just painting a lot faster. Position puzzle pieces complete the vision. Yeah, we've been working like the Energizer bug non-stop. Ta-da! We've been working, we've been working, we've been working. Since it's so close to the edge, this part started cracking here as well. You can see there's some cracking up there and cracking here when the nail went down. A solution to this would be to first get a bigger hinge and to double this up like this so that we can get a bigger hinge attached. Pause here. That is what I thought I was gonna do at that time, but what I decided to do was rotate the lumber 90 degrees so that we have the flatter, wider surface on top. And then I added the 45-degree support underneath for more rigidity. Time to unscrew what we did. Let's get in. Let's all right, so we have the frame done. We have these supports done. So now the only thing we have left to do is somehow get the 2 endpoints there leveled with the support so that we can then screw in the hinges and then lift it up. So my idea is to maybe use These things, I don't know, you call them horse something. Yeah, it's a little higher. See, that's the issue. Now we just have to maybe, put like one of these guys underneath. We did it! We did it! The crazy thing about this is this actually makes a really good like convertible table as well. Table saw, that is. But like now thinking about it, I might have put these supports way too high to be able to cut like all the way up. So as much as I hate it, I'm gonna probably have to lower these things down in the future. But I really want to see if this hinge works. So I guess here we go. Charlie! Oh my God! Look! Look! Do you think this is still too high though? Oh my God! Look at this! Whoa! Oh my God! Okay, let's get a piece of plywood. Charlie, I did it. Oh! There you go. I think it's about that time where we move the panel saw down. Let's get to it. Panel's down a foot lower than what it was previously. Now I can cut any plywoods or sheets without overextending my arm and cracking my neck. I also thought maybe it'd be a good idea to put some shelving underneath this to store any extra leftover lumber or trimming, molding, etc. I did get a little bit of a haircut, so mind me if I look like a young boy. But I also got a overall because I didn't want to keep flashing everyone with my, girlies. The next step is doing the first kitchen renovation project. Those would be sliding pull-outs for trash. I have leftover plywood here that I want to use up. These are pretty small already, so it's kind of probably not reasonable to cut them on the vertical panel. I'm thinking it's better to maybe cut them when it's like in a horizontal position. In order to do that though, I have to create some legs, attach them to the top so that we can actually put them table stand on the floor. Thing is poking through now, so we can have room for the bolt and washer, and we should be all good. Washer note needs to be a little more stiff. Great handy. First cut. No. It got moved. I realized that afterwards I was using the clamp wrong. Instead of clamping it to the plywood, I was clamping it to the frame, which didn't give it enough area to really clamp to. So yeah, lesson learned. So far so good. I probably need to use it more to get more comfortable with it. I think with more time I'll be able to make more adjustments to it to make it better. But I'm very excited to finally get to working on the kitchen. As you can see here, I'm starting on the pullouts for the trash and super excited. So I hope to catch you in the next video. If you guys watch through the whole video, please help a girl out and like and subscribe. Ciao, ciao.